Y'all wanna know my biggest pet peeve on the bull form? I might be surprised. There's one reason I doubt it'll feel good again.
Allied coordinates locked.
This is probably gonna be my new go-to pet.
Like I thought it was gonna originally
Jump to
is
unknown
specifically because what was that noise? Is specifically because the code to type it in. I think the code to type it in to get that thing is obnoxious to type. One of the most obnoxious codes we have, and you got to do it like every 60 seconds.
Hell pods primed.
You simply have to type in that code way too many times for me to want to actually use this weapon. The code's just not fun enough. It's a very long, very obnoxious code to type in, and it hurts my fingers. And I don't want to type that shit in every 60 seconds for 40 minutes straight. If it was a better code, if it was like the resupply code, all day. I'd never use anything else. Simply put, the code makes the gun not fun to me. The code is obnoxious, and I hate it.
Oh, sorry.
Like, I'm already sick of using this weapon because I'm typing this damn code in too many times. Bro, move! What are you doing? Oh my god. He just stood there and took that shit.
Hell divers to hell pods. Repeat. Hell divers to hell pods.
Damn, that took that entire magazine. He thought he could take it. He was a medic. He probably free-stemmed. You use the carbine because it fits. Because you like the colors. I always think it's wild when you guys say shit like that. By the way, when you guys say you use shit because it looks pretty, that's always wild to me. I have never used something just because it looks pretty in my entire career in this game. That's always such a wild statement in my opinion. Game time, baby. Game time. Never mind. Man, that's so unfortunate when that happens. It's so unfortunate. You know what? I need to go get vengeance. Come here! Marino! Damn, I really thought that was gonna land. Kobe! Yo, what up, Halo? How you doing, my friend? Welcome. You think it's ridiculous that Tank uses the Dominator? I wouldn't judge other people. That's crazy. Passing judgment on somebody else for using shit because it looks cool is crazy. I'm not passing judgment on other people. I understand other people like what they like. I'm just saying, for me, I don't understand it. I do, however, understand people have their preferences. I just don't understand the thought process that other people have when they're just going to use something just because they like the way it looks. Like, that's crazy to me. I use stuff on Fun Factor. If it's fun to use, I use it. I have never cared about stuff, the way things look in my... Actually, I actually wish I was different. As you guys can see, right here on my name, it says Cadet. Notice, I'm dead! I'm still a Cadet. I'm not still a Cadet simply because I think being a Cadet is cool. I'm still a Cadet because I don't care about cosmetics and I've never cared to change it. I've never given a shit. And in all honesty, I wish I was like you guys. I wish I was like you guys that care. You guys that care about cosmetics, I think that's a gift. I think it's amazing that you guys care about cosmetics, and I wish I was more like you guys. I'm being completely honest when I say that. I wish I cared about cosmetics. I simply don't, and I don't really understand why you guys do, but I wish I was more like you guys. Caring about cosmetics would make video games in general so much funner for me, because I'd have more to look forward to. So, like, sometimes whenever you get a major order reward or something, it's just a helmet, like, I could care less, right? But I do get extra excited when we get a major order reward that's like armor or a weapon or something that I could actually use. I wish I cared about cosmetics but I just simply can't comprehend why you guys care about them. It's not something I've ever understood. I was like this in school too. Everybody would dress to impress with all their fancy clothes and stuff, and I would just show up with whatever. I never cared about clothes in school, and it made it very, very difficult to make friends because I've always been this way, but I simply don't understand why people care about these things. It's not something I've ever understood. It's not something I'd ever give anyone a shit for, because I'm definitely the weirdo here. It's definitely a me problem. I'm 100% the weirdo for not caring about cosmetics. I'm just simply trying to say that I don't really understand why people care about cosmetics. I just don't understand it. Like, I can't process that. I never have cared about cosmetics, and I probably never will. I do wish I cared, though. I do wish. Video games would be a lot cooler to me if I cared about cosmetics. I wish that was the case, but it ain't some shit that I could just turn on and off, you know what I'm saying? There is one particular situation that I think even Layden can agree with me, where cosmetics do matter, by the way. There is one particular situation, and that's if a cosmetic shows off a specific feat you did. I care about that cosmetic. For instance, if there was a specific cape that could show off your Helldiver skills, where there was, say, a specific challenge like solo a Hive Lord, kill a Hive Lord completely solo in a solo lobby, and then you get a specific cape to show off that feat, I would wear the hell out of that cape, right? But cosmetics that are just for looks and don't show off feats, aren't appealing to me at all, and I really don't understand why they're appealing to anybody else. I've never cared about them. I never will care about them, and I don't know if I'll ever understand. I don't know if I'll ever understand why you guys care. But cosmetics that show off feats that you've done are something I enjoy. And no, the Creep Cape is not a specific feat that someone has done. The Creep Cape is the community did this, and it doesn't quite hit that spot. Because someone can have a Creep Cape just for logging on, you know what I'm saying? Someone can have a Creep Cape. I probably have a Creep Cape, and I've never played against the Creep. Back then, I didn't play against Illuminates, and I probably have a Creep Cape. So Creep Cape, no, it wasn't really a feat. Because anybody can have that, right? A cape that shows off specifically something you've done, that's like, you look at the cape and you go, holy shit, that guy's a beast. That's the kind of cosmetics I like. Holy shit, he's got that cape, that's crazy! I want people to say that shit when they see my cosmetics. If they're not saying that shit, I don't really give a shit about the cosmetics. Finish high difficulty playing it.
In Team Fortress, they have weapons.
I think specifically, if this apparel doesn't show off a solo accomplishment, it's meaningless. It has to be a solo accomplishment, because if it's a group accomplishment, you could have just been carried by the group, right? So for an achievement to be really impressive, it has to specifically be a solo achievement, which Helldivers doesn't have. Because the Helldiver devs want Helldivers to be a team-based game, which I understand. But that makes achievements in this game less impressive. It makes achievements less impressive because anybody in Helldivers can get any Helldivers achievement simply because you can have teammates that carry you through your achievements. If you want achievements to be meaningful, they have to specifically be something you have to do solo. That's the only way they're meaningful. 100 missions without killing Cape? I mean, that would be an achievement, I guess. X amount of time. No, I don't think achievement cape should be time to time. Tied to time. Achievement cape should be showing off your prowess as a sweat diver. Someone should see your cape, go, holy shit, you did that thing! And that should be what your cape is there for, in my opinion, for me to actually want to wear it. Not a lot of games have this. The best interpretation I could come with this was a little game I used to play called RuneScape. So way back in the day, RuneScape came out with this, when it first came out. It's not really a challenge nowadays because of power creep. But when it first came out, I remember there was something called the Fight Caves and a little game called RuneScape. Damn, spawning me into a 500 cave is wild. There was a thing called Fight Caves, and Fight Caves introduced a new boss type enemy that you could only fight after fighting hordes of enemies for 2 hours straight without dying a single time or your progress is reset. Then when you finally get to this boss, it's another 15 to 20 minutes of fighting flawlessly where one mistake can end your entire 2-hour run and make you restart the entire 2-hour run. And if you were able to pull off this achievement, you would get the only cape in the entire game that had an animation. It was a cape that looked like lava and lava was flowing. No other capes had animation. So not only was this cape a massive achievement that not many people could pull off, it was also by far the coolest looking cape that the game was giving you. Something like that in Helldivers would be amazing. That was like the coolest thing I've ever seen a video game developer ever do. Give us one of the hardest challenges physically possible that barely anyone could do, and give us one of the coolest looking items I've ever seen for accomplishing this problem. And when people saw you with the fire cape, they'd be like, damn, you beat that boss, that's crazy. And not only was it super cool looking, but like people would recognize your accomplishment. And I think that's a really, really cool way to reward some of the best players for spending so many hours in a video game that the developers made. That's a really good way for the developers to give the most deserving players of their game a great reward.
Oh my god.
Sadly, a lot of developers don't really seem to care about that nowadays. I really thought I was winning that 1v1, by the way. Sadly, a lot of developers don't really care about that kind of stuff. The Helldivers devs specifically have said things like this, that they specifically cater to the newer divers. And the most dedicated divers who have been around for years are catered to significantly less. Which in my opinion is a really, really bad, that's just a really bad motto. It's really bad to mistreat your most loyal people. And I feel like that's what a lot of developers do nowadays, sadly. Damn, there's a lot going on. This shit's wild. Alright, so apparently spawn rates were not nerfed. They're just really high on this planet specifically.
Helldiver reporting to the front.
Good to know, good to know. I love my stuff at.
Calling down fortification.
Over here. Damn!
Sending
Kaboom!
in an eagle.
Heads up, there's a napalm.
Kablooey.
Napalm there. P2, P2, P2.
Did I blow somebody up? Nah, I guess somebody blew himself up.
Reinforcing.
Pelican 1 approaching pickup. This is Pelican 1 preparing.
Alright, boys, load up. We're heading out. We going home.
Countdown initiated. Stand by for takeoff.
Oh no.
Alright.
Extraction complete. Pelican
You
1
would be able to
descent.
tell apart the cheaters. You would be able to tell apart the cheaters. And the good players, though, wisdom thumbs, and you can tell.
Democracy prevails. One.
Better yet, hosted 100 missions in a row without dying. We need a cape for survival. 100 the cheaters would flock in. So wisdom. That is a really good point, by the way. That I decided not to bring up because there's not really anything you can do about it. It's a really good point to bring up that if you did drop something like I described, something for the veterans to work for, to unlock a very, very rare cosmetic that shows off a very, very hard feat that not most people can do. The problem is cheaters would also have this because they would just cheat and get it. And this is a video game issue. And this is the reason why PvP games I feel like are dying, is that they're just infested with cheaters. So if you did have a really hard feat, like say solo a Hive Lord, if you're able to beat a Hive Lord in a solo lobby, you unlock this really rare cape. That'd be a really cool feat, but there would 100% be people cheating and using some kind of cheats or exploits to get that cape. Which would make the cape a little bit less meaningful. This is true. There's not really any way to get around this. Online games are absolutely infested with exploiters and cheaters nowadays. Not really a way to get around this, but that doesn't take away from the fact that you would still be proud of getting that accomplishment. And I think adding accomplishments to this game, to this game, is very, very important to keep the veteran players around. I would look at 15 out of 24.
Destroyer has left
Welcome back to Fort
squadron.
Nexus.
I mean, that's
Mission
in my
coordinates
opinion,
locked.
that's what killed Arc Raiders.
I'm new to the game. About to get a war bond. Do you
Engaging
recommend which
orbital
one I should get
thrusters.
first?
Hellpods primed.
I recommend. This is what I would do.
Orbit
This is what I would do.
synchronized.
Nah, this might just be a me thing, right? Because I'm creative and all. I would recommend looking through the war bonds and judging what looks the funnest, right? So, for instance, this is why this is a very, very difficult question to answer. For instance, if I was to get a new war bond, I love machine guns. So, if a war bond had machine guns in it, I would want to get that war bond. I feel like not knowing anything about you at all means I can only give you a wrong answer with that question. But if you're asking what the first war bond I would get would be, I'd probably get the trench war bond because it has giga grenades, and giga grenades are awesome. So that's my long ass answer. I'd get the trench war bond first, probably. Me personally.
I'm trying to get the mech
What happened?
war bond.
Cheaters get me down on that. For example, I'm not level 300 yet, but I'm crying my eyes off, and I wouldn't let some cheaters get me down on that. So you could trust most players with a challenge cape? I wouldn't even say that. I wouldn't say you could trust most players with a challenge cape. A lot of people are cheaters. Nowadays, we have more cheaters in gaming now than we have ever had in the history of gaming. Cheaters are absolutely infesting gaming right now. So if there was some sort of challenge unlock cape, it would the prestige of it would be drastically reduced by how many cheaters we have. 100%. You can't deny that. That doesn't make it feel less good to achieve that cape on your own without cheating, though. It doesn't make it feel less good. Yes, that does mean that if you're playing in public lobbies, people are going to say a lot, they're going to look at your cape a lot less and go, wow, you're good at the game, and you're going to get a lot of people that just look at you and go, oh, you probably cheated, right? Because that's just the thing nowadays, is people see you did a really, really hard accomplishment, they're just going to straight jump to the conclusion that you cheated. So that'll make the prestige a little bit less, but it won't make me enjoy unlocking that completely on my own without cheating feel any less better, like feel any less good. I'm still gonna feel amazing for personally accomplish that. But yes, if your whole goal is to get the thing to show it off, it's definitely, people are gonna be accusing you of cheating a lot more nowadays. Okay, what are we doing here? This is a blow up the ship's mission, right?
Yeah, Blitz. Blitzkrieg. But no, I truly believe that's what killed Arc Raiders.
Hang on, I
Arc
messed this up.
Raiders got too many hackers and cheaters, and that's why it's dropped
Still
off.
wearing this? Do I have gigas? Okay. Actually, I'll probably go thermites for this one specifically. I feel like after they introduced the giga grenade, they really should have buffed thermites to make you restock 3 at a time to make them better. If thermites were restocked at 3 at a time, I think they'd be better than giga grenades. I think the only reason giga grenades are the best are because you restock 2 of them, but you also restock 2 thermites. So giga grenades are just as good as thermites. There's not really a benefit to running thermites. There is. You could hold 4 of them at a time instead of 2 at a time, but that's not a very big benefit if you're running supply pack. Remember when shield pack plus rare? I've never really kept track of metas, I'm gonna be honest. Metas have never really been my thing. I'm gonna do an orbital loadout here. I mean, I should probably change this armor. Maybe we go oxygenator. I'm gonna go oxygenator armor this run. I'm about to be fast as shit, boys!
Guruk.
Allied destroyer has joined squadron. Engaging orbital thrusters.
We got Gruk in the house. Yo, Gruk! I just want to let you know, Gruk.
Orbit synchronized.
I want to let you know something, and prepare yourself, because it's not good. It's not good. I want to let you know something. The other day, on that stream the other day, when you were chatting the whole time, I thought you were cool as shit. The way we were chatting, you seemed very mature, all that, and then I asked you to stop trolling me when we're on the ship, and you followed me to continue the trolling. That was very disappointed and changed my whole outlook towards you, just so you know that, Gruk. I've been thinking about that. Normally, when people do something quite negative, that shit lives rent-free in my head, and I just want you to know, Gruk, I've been thinking about you, and it's not been a good thing. The fact that I asked you to stop, ran away from you, and you followed me down to continue doing that was very disappointing, and I was really enjoying your presence up until that point. I just thought you'd know that because, you know, you've been around for a while, so I just want to be honest with you, Grug. That really made me look at you differently. I didn't really view you. You seemed like a really mature, non-troll person. Then you started trolling. I don't know what that shit was all about. I do need you to select your loadout, though. You are kind of holding the stream up. I know you're probably typing, but select your loadout first.
I love it. You say an immediate hell bomb. I know why he's doing it, but that is great. That is great.
All right, here we go, boys. Good luck, everybody. We're getting our speed run on today.
You, Solo.
Thank you, Dubious. Challenge capes would be often doubted by randoms, but age finds time to make them. They'd be big. Yeah, challenge capes used to be an awesome thing when there's less cheaters. They'd be a little less awesome now, but it would still feel really, really good to have something to grind for. As a diver that has so much experience in the game's no longer challenging. It would be amazing to show off your prowess with a cape, even though, yes, randoms would look at you like you just cheated. Yes, this is true. It would still be awesome, and I would love a challenge like this nonetheless.
Be on your guard,
I feel like there could be some, like, I get some things solo, but I feel like there's some things that can only be done in groups. Maybe like a cape for like 1,000 stims given. Like that's something.
I'm going this way, Solo.
You can't really cheat.
Thanks for letting me know.
tagging map. East, 200 meters.
It's my proof. I watched the whole VOD. The blinky lights at the end. Yeah, I'm specifically. He knows what I'm talking about.
See backup en route to your position.
Nah, I just felt like that had to be brought up to Grok, because the entire stream I was talking to Grok about how cool he was. The entire stream, I was like, nah, don't be down on yourself. You're cool as shit, Grok. You're smart. You're cool. I was giving him all these compliments, and then at the end, he kind of just like completely ruined it at the end by being a troll. Like he was cool as shit that entire VOD, and then at the very end, just ruined everything. And now I no longer am happy with him, which is a shame because you were doing so well, Grok. I don't know why you had to go and do that. I just thought that'd be nice to know, though. If I was doing some shit to mess up as an avid chatter, I'd want to know. I don't know, and even if you don't want to know, I'm going to let y'all know either way. If you guys are here all the time and you're doing some shit to annoy me, I'm going to let you guys know for two reasons. One, it's my stream, and I'm in charge.
There's a lot going on over here, buddy. I'm covering your back.
Sir. Don't talk over me, sir, when I'm giving a speech. Appreciate you. What was I? Lost my train of thought. I completely lost my train of thought.
See backup en route to your position.
You almost died.
Calling down a walker.
Alright. I was saying something about trolls. So people who are avid shit, so normally if someone just shows up and they don't talk a lot and they do something annoying, I'm not really gonna let them know, right? But for people who are here a lot, I let them know if they're doing something annoying for two reasons. One, if you're here all the time and you're being annoying, I need to let you guys know so you can stop doing it. And two, if I let you guys know you're being annoying and you continue to do it anyway, then you don't need to be here. That's the two reasons why I'm like extra honest with specific chatters in my stream. Only specific chatters. If someone's just showing up for the day, I'm not gonna be super. I'm just gonna, you know, they either get a free pass or they just get like an instant mute. Like I'm not super cool with everybody, but that is one of the reasons why I'm super honest with specific people in my chat, is because like I'm not gonna be annoyed the whole time. So you either fix the issue or you get removed. Like it's really on you guys. I just bring it up. That's why you're my people so low.
Incoming.
Yo, what up, Jerry Berry? Jerry Berry. That's definitely, your name is definitely not Jerry Berry, but I really like Jerry Berry. So if you don't mind, I'm gonna keep calling you Jerry Berry. Plus, your profile picture kind of looks like a blueberry. It's purple. It looks like a very purple blueberry. But I think the fun fact about blueberries is they're not actually blue or some shit. I don't know. Rooks was saying something like that the other day. Blueberries aren't blue.
What?
How you doing, my friend? Welcome to the stream.
No, I feel like that needs more. But how are blueberries that are named?
Are we already done? Damn. All right. Yo, somebody go blow up that thing to the east.
Extraction is available.
I'm not letting that go. How
Rest
are
of us had to
blueberries
extract.
found?
Somebody go hit the blowy on that thing.
Extraction shuttle.
What on earth is a Gary berry? Apparently it's a purple one. It's a purple berry. Some sort of purple berry. I need to start running an HMG for these tripods. These tripods are getting annoying. I think an HMG might be the play. I need to start running HMG and peak physique. Even the Liberator feels a little sluggish without my peak physique. I have regrets. I have regrets not running peak physique, y'all. I need to start running that again.
ETA T-minus 1 minute.
My God, the Liberator Carbine is so good against these factions. Y'all, I've been sleeping on this beast of a weapon. Holy crap, this gun's good. Oh my God, this thing annihilates even the Overseers. Yo, what is the damage on this? Anybody know the damage the Liberator Carbine does per bullet? This thing's a monster.
Calling down a sentry.
This might be my new favorite weapon. I do have the Knight though. I feel like the Knight might be better. Kobe! Oh, that would have been such a sick shot if I would have ultra made his ass. 90? That's pretty decent.
God, I'm so glad.
90 with a 60 round drum is a lot of damage.
I'm so glad they did friendly fire.
So it really is like a mini stalwart. Okay, well, I might not have enough power to kill this guy. He's just tanking these shots. It deals bonus liberation damage.
T-minus 20 seconds.
Have you guys tried 120s against these guys? I feel like it must do well. I haven't really. This is my first time attempting it.
T-minus 10 seconds.
I'm gonna bring more 120s.
Reloading.
Wait, is it 90? I thought it was 90 before someone said it. I mean, it sounds accurate.
Pelican 1.
It might be like 95 or something too. I don't know. I'm gonna assume it's 90, since y'all would never lie to old Solo.
Bag's empty.
Ah, shit, it's not 90. All right, I'm gonna check the stats. We're heading back.
Pelican 1 preparing to
I'm gonna check the stats real quick.
in 20
I no longer rely on you guys lying to me. I'm gonna check the stats myself.
Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
Y'all, I got a request. I got a request for somebody in chat who likes looking shit up and is knowledgeable. For people in chat, I want to know, because this has been plaguing me. I want to know, why did the game Outriders not do well? I've been so addicted to that game. That's like one of my favorite games. I've been loving that shit. I'm gonna very likely end up playing it on stream one day. It's not exactly the type of game that does well on stream. It's a looter shooter. I don't think looter shooters do very well unless it's like really popular, like Destiny back in the day. So I don't think you get a lot of views, but I might stream it just to show y'all what the game is, because I know a lot of you probably don't know what the game is. Can somebody like look up and tell me a quick reasoning why Outriders didn't do well? I feel like that game was so good. It's killing me not knowing why people didn't like it. Can somebody research that for me? I need to know. I've been loving that. Like, I'm gonna get off stream today, and I'm gonna play me some Outriders all by myself. Tarkov isn't Tarkov multiplayer though? I don't think multiplayer games are considered looter shooters, by the way. Looter shooters are specifically like single player games or co-op. If it's PvP, it's not really considered a looter shooter. They're considered extraction shooters, by the way. I'm assuming Tarkov is an extraction shooter. I've never played it. I don't know much about it. But the fact that you called it a looter shooter tells me that's probably an extraction shooter. Because I'm 90% sure that Tarkov is PvP. I'm only 90% sure. I'm not certain. Yo, Killer with the friend request! We're besties now, Killer. I see you. Just feel free to hop in if the slot opens up at any point. Let me just double check this real quick. What did I just do? What was that button? So it does have 90 damage. And you could get a 60-round drum mag. What's 90 times 60? Anybody know? I wonder how much damage per mag this thing does. The suppressor just got a buff too, I think. By the way, it was in the patch notes. They gave it extra mags. Looks like it needed it. This gun doesn't seem very good stat-wise. Fire rate? Wait, 920 fire rate. Is that the same as the Liberator car ride? 920? Oh, it's 850. Oh, 80 damage and 850. Oh, it's just worse. It's just worse in like every way. 5,400 damage per mag? That's decent, I guess. I don't really know how that compares to other stuff. Why does nobody use the tenderizer? Wouldn't the tenderizer be really good nowadays? I'm assuming you can't put an extendo mag on it.
Rally to her defense.
Yeah, there's no magazine options. Is it the mag size? How are people not using? I guess the tenderizer's not that good. 105 damage isn't that good compared to a 60-round drum with 90 damage. I'd say the Liberator Carbine's got to be better than the tenderizer nowadays. That large magazine makes a world of difference. I remember the tenderizer was like top dog for a little bit there. Half-Life 2 can be considered a looter shooter, but I think it's more like Doom, where you follow a story. Well, I mean, Borderlands, you follow a story, and it's a looter shooter. Looter shooters are classified by two things, by the way. To have a good looter shooter, you need two things. You need loot to be dropped by enemies. Specifically, it needs to be dropped by enemies. So like you would hunt a boss to try to get loot from killing the boss, and this is important, you need end game content, right? So if you play a looter shooter and the game only has loot until you beat the game, and then you just what do you do next? You just beat the game again. That's not really a looter shooter. Looter shooter specifically, playing through the main game is just the thing you do to get to the actual game. Looter shooters specifically are about speed running through the main game so that you can get to the end game content where you just grind bosses to try to max out your gear. That's how looter shooters are classified. Looter shooters aren't classified just by there being loot. What are we doing? So I'm noticing the difficulty level here is a little bit harder.
Where will you strike
than the other planets, and I kind of just want to level up my gun. So I'm gonna be honest, we'd probably go to the easier level. Just so we can full clear, level up my gun quicker. We gonna take it easy today. Listen, we ain't trying to sweat today. We just trying to level shit up. The leveled up Liberator Carbine's a laser. Wait, let me check. Hang on. Well, let me select my mission first.
Initiating FTL.
Alright, I'm gonna go check to make sure I don't have any upgrades for my Liberator. I haven't checked yet. I probably have some laser beam upgrades for it. Ah, and I do gotta switch to peak physique, you're right. Thank you for reminding me.
Jump complete.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Mission coordinates locked.
I think the Liberator Carbine's gonna be a saving grace for me because you guys don't know how much I've been wanting to run a Stalwart with an HMG. So the HMG for heavy, Stalwart for everything else, and now the Liberator Carbine, once leveled up, will act as a mini Stalwart. Ooh. Oh, no, never mind. We don't have any upgrades. It doesn't look like I can make any more Oh, we can! Compensator at level 21 gives us less vertical recoil as well. Significantly less, too. Ooh, that's going to be a good upgrade. So it looks like level 21 is going to be our next upgrade, and then level 24. So I need to keep an eye on them two levels. Should probably change the camo on as well. We're looking pretty basic here. What are we looking for? I'll take it. Ah! On to the next mission!
Mission preparation aborted.
Let's go,
Mission
boys.
Coordinates locked. Hellpods prime.
I gotta be quicker than that. What? What I missed? Half-Life 2 is not like that, but plenty of places you can get loot and enemies to kill. Well, I mean, Far Cry has plenty of places to get loot, but Far Cry is absolutely not a looter shooter. Looter shooters, like I said, are classified by two very specific things, and the most important part of that classification is end-game content, which is why Helldivers 2 is not a looter shooter. Even though there's loot you can pick up, this is absolutely not a looter shooter because of the lack of endgame content with a lack of grinding to level up things to try to find the best builds. Like, yeah, we got some grinding, but we have a massive lack of grinding to consider this a looter shooter. Helldivers is actually more like an extraction shooter than a looter shooter. What was I gonna do again? Oh, peak physique. We're gonna go peak physique, lib carbine, HMG, ammo for the HMG, and I'm just gonna be murdering everything. Oh, actually, no, not peak physique. We're gonna do the new armor for faster reloads. The new armor is so good with the HMG. I actually think the HMG, it benefits the most out of this new armor out of every other weapon. There isn't a single weapon that benefits from this armor as much as the HMG, primarily because things like the Epoch had reload cancels where the HMG has never had a reload cancel to make the reloading faster. So the HMG benefits from this out of more than any other weapon, in my opinion. The HMG feels amazing with this armor. I think I'm gonna go gas. I'm enjoying gas a lot here. And I'll be using my HMG for heavy kill. Oh, we could do HMG and... Nah, I like gas. Gas a lot. If you're surrounded, like, nothing beats just dropping gas and like, just no longer. You're no longer surrounded. It's just one gas grenade. You were surrounded, not no more. Nothing beats it, boys. Stratagems. I'm gonna try the 120. I haven't tried the 120 against these guys yet. We're gonna try that out. Let's try 120 and let's try... Actually, I think I'm gonna go Napalm Barrage as well. That'll rack up some kills. I'm gonna go for kill count in this game. Alright, here we go. Good luck, everybody.
Hellpod launch initiated.
D2 solo.
Missing some chat here. Suppressor is better than it seems. It's a quiet stalwart with more reloads. They say firsthand from non-influencers. I don't know how I missed this, but you know how I run the belt fake grenade launcher often? Apparently they can modify how fast it shoots. You didn't know you could change the shot? I learned that day one, by the way. The belt fake grenade launcher. Like an hour into using that, I figured that out. You're using it all the time and never figuring out that's crazy. That's crazy. As like your main go-to weapon, not knowing that is borderline. I can't. It's crazy. We're just gonna call it crazy. Based MG on my favorite stratagem, even without passes. Diving makes it crazy easy to aim. Yeah, it wasn't the aiming HMG that made me not like it, by the way. It was the reload. So the new armor makes the reload a lot more fun. It was a fun killer previously. Yo, I want everybody. Never mind. We're full map clear. Y'all do you. Oh, this feels so much better with ergonomics.
Mag's empty.
I am feeling a serious lack of enemies all of a sudden. It's crazy how the one map... Damn, what a shot. It's crazy how the one map has enemies everywhere, and this map is just a chill time. I was content with how I was using... Nah, I've never used the belt fake grenade launcher without maxing out the fire rate. But that's a me thing. I like go burr. I like go burr for maximum burrage. You always got to max out the fire rate. That's a me thing, though, I suppose. Oh no, I think my internet might have just went out. It could just be my Wi-Fi. My Wi-Fi seems to be having issues. I'm not on Wi-Fi though. I'm landline, so maybe my landline is fine.
Tagging location.
It says up there's a bunker here. I'll ping it.
It appears we still have connection.
Dropping a pin. East. Close.
HMG low fire rate? I can't even read the rest of that, alright? That hurt my soul reading that. That hurt my soul to read that.
Requesting sentry.
Give me that helmet. Give me that head, boy! Bro. Knocking off the helmet on these guys has such a satisfying noise to it. Bro. Rocket turret going ham. I also noticed that rocket turrets are very good against these two dudes.
There's no way.
Problem is the rocket turret is only good against the big tree guys. They're not. The rocket turret's actually terrible against the fast little runner guys. Because rocket turrets aren't good against fast things. The spawn rates are low enough on this specific planet though that the rocket turret's not gonna have an issue. If we're on that last planet, the rocket turret wouldn't work at all.
Calling in reinforcements.
Request approved.
See, as they get closer to rocket turret, it just stops firing, which is the biggest flaw with a rocket turret going against fast enemies. Dong. Damn! You know, they're gonna have to call me to cook.
Dropping a pin. Southeast. 100 meters.
Cause I'm straight dropping seasoning tonight! Well seasoned! Yeah, you eating good, huh? Illuminate tripod. You've been eating good recently with all the Illuminate content, huh? you must really be enjoying your week.
Sending in an eagle.
Ah! I got blowed up.
Bag's empty.
Making progress.
Element. Southeast. 50 meters.
Outpost destroyed.
Yeah, now wisdom. Have a good one, brother. It was a pleasure talking to you today.
Reloading.
Ah, he tried to get me. They're everywhere. Oh, I'm about to cook. I'm killing all this shit. None of them surviving. There shall be no survivors.
Orbital inbound.
Let him cook. Let him cook. I said let him cook. Oh my God, there's millions of them. I was trying to dong his head, but his head was already out. So I should have just insta-killed him. I guess I missed every single
Calling down
headshot.
supplies.
I gotta work on that aim, boys.
I got the terminal. Package acquired.
Damn it, I wanted to kill everything. Now they're probably despawned. Ah, it's cooking over there. Slow and splat. High ranking Helldivers gameplay. I want revenge. I hope they're still here. Notice how that meatwad turned away so I couldn't hit it, pop any of his heads? Turn away from that, fool. Come here. I wasn't done with y'all. Come back. Come back and face me, cowards. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Come on.
Map updated.
Bag's empty.
Damn it, they're coming out the damn bushes. They're everywhere. I'm being surrounded. Alright, we're just gonna leave with this then. Too much happening.
Illuminate outpost erased.
Yeah, buddy! What?
Sending enemy!
What?
Dropping package!
Bastard. I must have missed all them headshots. It looked like I was beaming his little beady head. It looked like I was beaming that shit. Alright, I gotta be more careful.
Empty.
I gotta lock it in here, boys.
Rare sample collected.
I've been slacking. I've been getting caught lacking. Oh my god, there's millions of them.
Reloading!
I wonder if one gas is enough to kill these guys. We're gonna have to experiment with it a little bit. Ah, you're waiting on vengeance, huh? I'll be with you in a second, sir. Revenge! Got him. Damn, he got wrecked. Is that another one? Give me that little beady head. Got him. I need to aim down sight more often. I noticed that I don't use aim down sight as much as I should. And aiming down sight actually makes your gun have less recoil for some reason. I don't really know why that reason is, but it is a thing that devs have said is a thing, right? It's not a glitch or anything. It's absolutely... Like, there's a tip in the tooltips in the Helldivers game itself that aiming down sight for some reason makes less recoil.
Tactical asset near your position.
Recoil is not typically an issue in my opinion, but whenever you're trying to hit that itty bitty little BDP head of theirs, it can be an issue. Why did they reduce spawn rate on those crushers so much?
Have a taste of democracy!
It's reduced on this planet. There's another planet where the spawn rate is still extremely high. It's not really reduced. It's just reduced on this planet. There's a much higher spawn rate on the other. So this is UVP beta. On UVP alpha, the crusher spawn rate is still extremely high. This is the easier map.
Mission at 30 minutes remaining.
The butter knife killer. Damn, that sounds like a painful death. Real killing someone with a butter knife takes some skill. That's pure pain.
Democracy delivered.
Okay. A challenger approaches. Dong.
Mag's empty!
Headshot City, baby.
My leg!
Area secured. Whoa, hang on. We got a sneaky snake. There he is. Dong.
Negative.
Give me that dome. I hate how they block their head with their arms. Who are you even hitting? There's nobody there. Oh, hey, hang on. Hey, oh, got him. This new enemy design is a really cool design, by the way. I think the helmet, because they're illuminate, the helmet should probably be medium pen instead of heavy pen. But if you bring the right gear, a really cool enemy design nonetheless. It's very rare that the illuminate, it's actually quite unique that the illuminate are killable with like all medium pen weapons. So adding an enemy that has like heavy pen armor mechanics, I don't think is great game design, because that was one of the unique things about Illuminates is that medium pen is king here. But a really cool design nonetheless. It could be worse. It could be worse. I ain't complaining too hard. Just a smidge of complaints here. We play together? At the time of both arms. You have both arms now? Yo, must be nice to get your arm back. That's awesome. I'm glad you were racking up them kills, my friend.
Package fired! Dropping package.
Whoo! It healed enough to use properly. It must feel good to be back, Shadow. In all honesty, I have so much experience playing one-handed, and for some reason some new shit came out. Heat burn, what the hell is that? If for some reason some new shit came out that let me grow my arm back, I would continue to play video games one-handed. I wouldn't convert. But I would use the other hand to like always be holding a sandwich or some shit. I'd be the sandwich man.
Engaging terminal.
Did I throw this over here? Absolutely not. Okay, whatever, we'll walk it around.
Calling down the sentry.
Nah, it's Phantom Pains. I get Phantom Pain, Shadow.
Dropping package. Bursting sentry. Package fired.
Yeah, it does suck. You get used to it though. You never get completely used to it with stop sucking. It just sucks less. You get used to it to a point where it sucks really bad, and it's like, it sucks a little less now.
Get some! Package acquired.
All right, that's done.
Requesting air support.
Sucks only Mario. I wouldn't even say that. That's a bad description. It sucks a lot some other days. It just doesn't suck as bad as it used to. It still sucks a lot. I definitely wouldn't say it sucks only a little bit. But I would describe it as it used to suck a lot more, and I've gotten used to it. It still sucks as bad as it used to suck. I'm just more used to the suck now. It's the best way to describe it. I'm more used to the suck. Sometimes you live in the suck so long that you just get used to the suck. That's where I'm at. Alright. How you guys doing that objective? Y'all need assistance? Real recognize real? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Olive.
I'm all good.
Drop anyway.
I'm all hunky-dory.
I once found an artillery where every shell had a nuke shell. You found 5 nuke shells? I don't think I've ever even seen a video like that. If you found 5 nuke shells, you 100% should have made a video about that shit. Me? Oh, you're an olive drop? So it doesn't have a secondary meaning? It's just a name, you're saying? No secondary meanings? You gotta clear that swarm out. That's a once-in-a-lifetime possibility there, Shadow. You gotta clear that swarm out, and you gotta go make a video about that. You can't just say no time. Terrible excuse. Clear that damn swarm.
Calling down the sentry.
If you find a nuke, you put it first last. You always put the nuke in first. That's an unwritten rule of Helldivers. The unwritten rule of Helldivers is best to worst. You always put the best stuff in first, and the worst stuff in last. Unwritten rule of Helldivers. If you guys find a nuke and you're not putting it in first, you are simply wrong. You are wrong. So it's okay to be wrong sometimes. If you're not like, you know, ruining someone else's lobby, it's okay to be wrong. Sometimes people just want to be wrong. That's fine. You could be wrong sometimes. It's good to recognize that you are wrong though. If you're not putting the nuke in first, you are wrong. And you should recognize that. Right? If you're in denial about that, then you're wrong. Then you're wrong about being wrong as well. You're just double wrong if you're in denial about that. It's okay to be wrong. It's not okay. It's not okay to not recognize that you're wrong. All right? People can be wrong and like it though. If you don't like putting the nuke in, that's cool. That's on you. You just got to recognize that that's not normal. That's not normal shit. This is just not normal. Yo, how you doing, Unreal? Unreal artist? Oh, we got an artist up in here. I see you. I dabble in some artistry myself. I do, depending on level of people in the lobby. If low level, I put nuke too, so they don't waste it on a single bug. That's a really good theory, actually, Hugo. Damn, that's a really good comeback. Yeah, in public lobbies, if you're afraid that your level 2 guy in your lobby is going to just instantly throw your seat down, putting in second's a good strategy. Though if someone's super low level, they probably don't even know that they can use the seats. I don't know. That's not something I've ever worried about, but I like that. That's a good strategy. Yeah, the unwritten rule is the strongest always goes first. But there are exceptions to every rule, and a great exception is if you think people are going to waste your good shit, don't put it in first.
Requesting air support.
That's a great exception to the rule, my friend.
Terminal inbound. Bag's empty.
Oh!
Calling in reinforcements.
How's that full map clear coming? Are we done? Extract and bound, boys. Get here and get left.
Heavy casualties.
I was so excited to use it too. Yo, nothing's worse than having a complete and full plan for your artillery nuke. Like, say you got like a shrieker nest in the distance and you're just gonna nuke that shit. And then some noob wastes your nuke. Nope, there's no worse feeling. I completely agree, boys. Always grab samples and never know who needs them. Was anybody here? We're all past level 100. I don't think anybody needs them.
I was gonna search the top for supplies.
You can't first, but you can't really say you never know who needs them, because if you're playing with your friends, you know if your friends need them or not.
Calling down a sentry.
So not the truest of statements, but I'm picking up what you're putting down. If you're playing with some randoms, and you got like a level 30 with you, and you're not picking up samples, you could probably do better. You could probably do better.
Calling down a Walter. Requesting sentry.
I do have a very specific reason why I don't pick up samples, though. I'm gonna get, because we ain't got nothing going on here. Apparently our spawn rates are nerfed, and we're pretty bored. I'll go into depth why I don't pick up samples. There's two reasons in particular. One of the strongest reasons in which I stop picking up samples is that when you die, and all your shit's on the ground, and you go to pick up your shit while shit's popping off, 9 times out of 10, I pick up a sample instead of picking up my shit. But I pick up a sample instead of picking up my shit, which absolutely kills my soul. I can't stand in samples getting in my way, especially if I don't even get the damn sample because I'm maxed on samples, so I get nothing from it. That's one of the biggest reasons I don't pick up samples. The other reason is it feels shitty. It feels shitty to go out of my way to pick up samples that I get nothing for, because my samples are full and they're completely maxed out at 500 samples. So if I pick up 501, the game just goes, no, fuck you, you don't get to keep that sample. And that bothers me, so that's another reason I don't pick up samples. I do agree though, if there's like a level 30 one and I'm not picking up samples, I'm a little bit of a dickhead. I agree with that. What about the MO? I'm gonna be honest with you, Jerry Berry, I don't like admitting this. I don't like admitting this. But I typically don't give a shit about MOs. I play the game to shoot stuff in the face. And I feel like I'm helping out with the MO because I'm helping people kill shit. I don't typically go out of my way to do MOs because a lot of the MOs aren't fun for me. And if I'm not having fun, I don't want to play the game, and I'll probably just go play another game if I force myself to play a specific way, because the game is telling me to play a specific way, right? So like, I feel like I have to be a little selfish a lot of the time by not doing specific MOs, because I will specifically lose love for the game by forcing myself to play some shit that I don't want to play. And if I lose love for the game, I'll just stop playing the game.
Pelican from Halo.
So I try not to care too much about some major orders because I don't want to lose my love for the game. So there's that. If a major order is fun, I'll go out of my way. If a major order has a really good reward, I'll also go out of my way, right? So if we're getting a new weapon or like an FRV or something for the major order, I will absolutely go out of my way. But typically, our major orders reward some stupid cosmetics that I'm never going to use, or it rewards medals, which I don't need. So I'm not going to go out of my way doing some shit I don't want to do, making the game specifically less fun for me and less enjoyable, making me not want to play the game, just to unlock a reward that I don't need or don't want. That being said, sometimes they kill. The last campaign reward we had where we unlocked an FRV was awesome, and I was super hyped about that. So sometimes they do absolutely kill with the rewards, and I will go out of my way. But it's just a shitty feeling to go out of my way for some shit that I don't feel like I'm being rewarded for.
Welcome back.
That's just me being real. I appreciate you guys appreciating the realness. How we doing? 17! We're almost there. We're almost there, boys. What is the major? I don't even know what the major order is. I'm gonna check. Just out of curiosity. I'm probably not gonna go out of my way to do it, but I will check.
Let us enjoy the fight.
What is the major? How do I check? Major order 1. Oh, we don't have a major order. We won it. If I require aid, let you know. If there's a free slot, we're doing open slots today. So if there's a free slot, you can just jump in.
Free slot.
I'm just anybody. Does anybody first come first serve today? Is how we're doing it.
1.
By the way, for everybody in chat who doesn't know, I have the inside scoop, and in 4 hours, 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, or Eastern, whatever time it is, Eastern Time. I was like last week old when I found out that Eastern Standard Time isn't the only time zone for Eastern Time. There's 2 names for it. There's Eastern Standard Time, and there's Eastern Daylight Time. Like, I knew we had 2 different time zones, but I thought it was all just called Eastern Time. I didn't know there was 2 different types of Eastern Time, even if the time zone changes. I knew the time zone changes. I'm not an idiot. I didn't know there was a different name for when it changes. So Eastern Standard Time isn't accurate for right now. If I was to say that, that would be an inaccurate statement, which I learned the other day. Anyway, Eastern Time, 5 a.m., you guys are going to get a video drop on Helldivers. It's going to be an in-depth video showing us the new content we're about to get, and it's a good one. It's a good one. So y'all keep out. That's 4 hours. In 4 hours, y'all keep an eye out for a trailer popping up. We're going to get a trailer, like on YouTube and on the official Discord. There should be a link to it and all that goodness. Y'all keep an eye. There's a trailer coming out, and the things that are in that trailer are pretty exciting. Don't get overly excited, right? Don't think it's going to be super good. Don't get too excited, right? Just get a little excited. There's a new trailer dropping in 4 hours, and I'm personally really excited for it. But I don't want to like overstate it. It isn't like super exciting. It's just exciting, right? So keep your hopes good. But just know we're not done with the new content. Just know that, all right? Y'all learn in about 4 hours. Y'all are gonna see that trailer drop. All right, here we go. On to the next one.
Hellpods Prime. Engaging orbital thrusters.
Alright, Grupp, you have a good one, brother.
Squadron.
Get your sleepy on.
Orbit synchronized.
Yo, we do have an open slot if anybody wants to join. First come, first serve. No need to ask. Just hop on in here. If you need my friend's code, it's in the pinned comment. Send me that friendy. We could be besties by the end of the night, y'all. Alright, I'm really enjoying the HMG. The HMG's cooking here. You know what's better than the HMG, though?
Allied
explosive loadout. I'm gonna go back to my splody loadout. So I'm gonna do splody loadout. Let me think. I guess we'll run medic. No, I have to run peak physique. I have to, because the Liberator is kind of sluggish. I don't want it to feel sluggish. What the hell is this? Why am I on capes? So peak physique or the new armor. Actually, I'm gonna keep on the new armor because the new armor is good enough, and I don't want to forget to change that. Whenever I do, it's always full the second before. Yo, Shadow, there's actually 2 fixes to that, by the way. If I, just letting you know, you don't got to do it, all right? Not trying to stress you or anything. But if you guys are in the chat and you do want to join, but you can never get here fast enough, there is a workaround around that, whereas if you guys sign up for memberships on my channel, I do hold you guys a slot. So members on the channel get extra privilege, where you guys are first come. You guys aren't first come, first serve. You guys actually, like, if someone's a member on my channel, I will specifically hold you guys a slot. So if someone was a member right now and they said, "Can I play?" I'm not going to kick someone out of the game for them. But I will after this game. After this game, we'll make you a slot if you guys are members. Also, every Monday, I'm going to start doing Members Mondays. So if you guys really wanted to play, every Monday, it'll be like an all-day thing. Because Mondays are going to be member-only days is something I'm going to do. Just an idea. Yeah, I figured you wouldn't do it. I was just letting you know, Shadow. If you're not fast, sometimes there's workarounds. If you can't do the workaround, you just got to be fast. We got options. I'm just letting you know there's options, all right? Alright, so I'm gonna run this. So I'm gonna switch back to Gigas, and I'm gonna be heavy kill central. I'm killing nothing but heavies this game, boys.
This should have spoken up. This will not go back.
I think I'm gonna go portable hellbomb, solo silo, and leveler. I'm blowing everything up, boys. I also have a supply backpack to resupply my Giga grenades and my ultimatum. So I'm just gonna, no heavies will live after this game. Every heavy's dying.
All blues though. There's nothing.
If you're not first, you're last. If you're not first, you're last, and if you're always last, you can just become a member, and then you can be the chosen ones. It's up to you guys, though. No pressure. Hellbomb, you're a man after my heart. Wisdom teeth surgery. Oh God, the dentist is like, it's like my only. I've lost after losing my arm. I went through a lot of drama, which I'll tell you guys about. I plan on doing a full solo life story reveal at 10K subs. Which because I don't really make videos, it's gonna take me forever to get there. You don't get a lot of subs just live streaming. You get them mainly through making videos, which I don't really do too much of. I've been slacking on my videos. I probably should start doing more. It is what it is. I do what I enjoy, and I enjoy live streaming with you guys. Anyway, whenever I eventually at 10K subs, I'm gonna do a full story reveal. But the gist of it is, after I lost my arm, I went through a lot of trauma. I went through a lot of trauma during the loss of my arm, where I kind of turned into a vegetable at some point and lost like all the emotional feeling. I just lost it. I lost the ability to feel emotions for a while. I kind of turned into a vegetable, and I just didn't care anymore, which I didn't know was possible. It was actually quite nice. There was so much I was going through that it was actually really nice to just lose the ability to feel emotions, because I just stopped caring anymore, and that was actually really nice. Anyway, after that, I kind of lost the ability to like fear things. I don't really have fear anymore. I'm not really afraid of things anymore. But the only thing that really survived that was the damn dentist. Oh my God. I can't stand going to the dentist. Oh my God. Anything teeth related is like my only fear. If somebody was to put me in a damn torture chair, beat the shit out of me, zap me with electricity, all that shit, I'd be like, I ain't telling you shit. As soon as they pulled out some pliers and started pulling teeth, I'd snitch on everybody. Oh my God, teeth is like the only thing. Like dentist shit is like the only thing I still fear. I can't stand the dentist. That being said, I grew up poor. So my parents always brought me to the cheapest piece of shit dentist ever. So they would never fully numb me whenever I go through anything, and I would always like feel everything. And I think that's why it happened. If I was going to like better dentistries, I probably wouldn't have this fear. It's as a child, we would always go to the poorest dentist that just wouldn't give a shit when they numb me, and then they would do shit, and I'd be like, I still feel it, that's not numb. They'd be like, shut your bitch ass up and take it. I'm like, damn, I'm 7. So yeah, I have this pretty bad fear of dentists because of my childhood experience. Did you have to? I'd never had to wear braces. No, I had a lot of cavities growing up though.
Bag's empty.
So like I would be in the dentist every month getting a new cavity fixed, and they would never, not a single experience ever did I have a dentist actually numb. Like there was a little bit of numbing going on, but I've never had like I've heard of people. I thought it wasn't just me. I thought the dentist just sucked. But then I started talking to people, and they're like, "What? You go to the dentist and like you feel the shit?" They're like, "Nah, that ain't normal." I'm like, "Word?" I thought it was just normal that they try to numb you, and the numbing shit just didn't work. But apparently my dentist, I'd be like, "Nah, it's not numb. I can feel that," and they just didn't give a shit. They just pin his ass down and keep going. Pin him down. And that was like my experience with every dentist I've ever been to, and I've been there quite a bit. I've had a cavity in pretty much every tooth, so I have a lot of experience with the dentist. And honestly, what doesn't break you makes you stronger. And I feel like I'm much stronger from these borderline torture experiences. Sitting on the damn dentist torture table. I feel like I'm a lot stronger because of it.
Sending in an eagle.
Damn, this Liberator's so good. I should try the Knight. I bet the Knight would be really good against these guys too. I'm gonna have to whip out the Knight for just one game. I just want to try it. Dennis was like, bitch. They don't put movies no more?
Reloading.
What? They don't put movies no more? Shake my head. They don't. Oh, you would get movies at the dentist? I didn't even know that was a thing. You don't want me asking how'd you lose your arm? It was a motorcycle accident. And no, I don't mind. Oh, all this time and I never dropped a leveler? I'm messing up.
I'm on it.
Yo, killing them big ass dudes and then having them cry once they die is really creepy. It's really creepy and I love it. It's creepy and I love it. Yo, I'm gonna assume the answer is no here, but I'm gonna ask y'all something real quick. Are there anybody in my chat that enjoyed the game Outriders? I know I keep going on about Outriders. That game is so much fun though. I don't understand how that didn't do well. Are there any fans of Outriders? Because I got a tip for you guys. If there's anybody that still plays that game for some, I doubt it. I doubt it. But if you're out there, if you're that one person that still plays that game like me, I got a tip for you guys. I actually just found out something recently very interesting about that game that made it so much funner. I've been playing the shit out of some Outriders. I've been loving that game. I really, really wish that game was better, like did better on YouTube, because I would love to stream Outriders like every other day. I'd stream the shit out that game that people would watch it. People ain't gonna watch it though. People don't typically watch games that don't do well. You gotta stream with hype as a streamer. It's a shame. I can't just stream what I love. I gotta stream with hype. Except for Helldivers. I'm gonna be honest, Helldivers isn't always hype. But I do always stream this game because I got a lot of Helldiver fans up in my DMs.
Found something.
And by DMs I mean subscribers. DMs just sounded funnier. It is what it is. Kobe! Double kill. Hello there, Penny. Oh my god. They're everywhere. Is there still coming? Hang on, let me level them. This is why I brought this thing.
Dropping a pin. Southwest. 100 meters. Requesting sentry.
Where is he? Skadoosh! Ah, no way. That's so bad. I literally threw ammo over here and everything. I just wasted so much shit. Now I'm not over there anymore.
Deploying reinforcements.
How you doing, Penny? Welcome to the chat, my friend. Where's my shit at? Is that my shit over there? That's my shit, right? I believe so. Do you still ride? No. That adapted motorcycle stuff is for people with money.
Found something.
Hey, there's a bunker over here. I'll mark it in case y'all want a bunker. There's a bunker right here. Bunker on my pin if y'all want to hit it up. I'm not hanging out, so y'all gotta grab a battle buddy if y'all want some of that action. No, I don't ride again. Yes, it is possible to ride again, but you would need a good prosthetic and you need a modified bike. And I don't have money for either of those things. I kind of live paycheck to paycheck out here. We do be struggling a little bit. It's okay though. I make it by. I ain't complaining. I'm just being real. I live in a little bit of struggle. Just enough though. Just enough. You know, if your life is too easy, it actually makes you quite unhappy. So I probably thrive in my struggle in all honesty. We thrive in. Everybody need a little struggle in their life. What is happiness without a little sadness is what I always say. Like, if you go through a really, really bad week, right before some really good shit happens, that really good shit feels so much better because of all the bad shit. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Sometimes you need the bad in your life. I get it. I'm in the trenches with you, brother. A lot of people are in the trenches with me. It's good for you to admit it, though, Devil. I appreciate that, my devilish friend. Yin to the yang. Yeah, we all need a little yang. You can't just be living off of yin. Everybody gotta have a little yang in there, too. That's a good analogy. I like that. On my dinner breakfast at work? On my dinner breakfast. Oh, dinner break, not breakfast. I be misreading sometimes. I'm not the best reader. But you know what I am the best at? Skeet shooting. Watch this, boys. Skeet skeet. They call me Skeety McGee. They don't call me that. Don't call me that. Don't call me that. Nobody calls me that. I don't know why I said they call me that. It wasn't true. Nobody calls me Skeety McGee. Don't do that. I have regrets. Shouldn't have brought that part up. It's not a good nickname. I'm ashamed of myself. Do I have an HMG? Oh, I don't.
Last reload.
Oh, I just barely missed him.
You will never destroy our way of life!
Got him. What is that? A little bit to the left? No, that's to the right. Oh, it was to the left. I was right. It was to the left. I was right the whole time.
Mag's empty.
Have you jumped up the Sea Pelican and dropped down like a hero? I've tried to get on the Sea Pelican, but I haven't been able to do it yet. I don't know what all the lenses are, dude. I'm gonna be honest. I only know my bike. My bike was a Yamaha. I don't know what all the letters were. I'm gonna assume that's a motorcycle though. Hell yeah, brother. If I still could ride, I would. But when I say still could, doesn't mean it's impossible to ride. It just means it's not exactly in my price zone to buy a prosthetic that can handle holding one side of the motorcycle. Because holding only one side of a motorcycle without a prosthetic is extremely dangerous. I would need a prosthetic that can at least hold on to the other side. And I would need a modified motorcycle. I would need both those things. It's not exactly my price range, but if I could ride, I probably still would. I used to love riding motorcycles.
Northwest.
This is so interesting going for all these side objectives. Because old Solo never did side objectives. Never. But now I'm trying to level up weapons and shit, so now I see why y'all do this. It's kind of fun doing all the objectives if you have incentive. How long have I been streaming for today? 3 hours? Damn. Time flies when you're having fun, boys.
Requesting fortification.
Deploying fortification. Tactical asset nearby.
Dude, I don't know what that noise was, but that was creepy as shit, and I loved it. Oh, that must have been him getting shot.
Reloading.
Interesting. Alright, man, I'm really excited about getting this Liberator fully maxed out. I am starting to think, though, that the Knight actually might be better. The Knight has a higher fire rate. If it has the same bullet damage, the Knight might be better than the Liberator. I really need to try the Knight against these guys. Y'all remind me after this game's over to switch to the Knight. I'm sorry that happened to you. It's the risk we take, I guess. And at least you're still here. You know, interesting story about the phrase, at least you're still here. When I originally lost my arm and I was sitting in the hospital, I was there for a while, by the way. I was paralyzed. I was paralyzed for a while because I had a spinal injury after my motorcycle accident. So not only was I missing a limb, I was also paralyzed and couldn't really move. Like, even to, like, scratch my face, I couldn't move anything. So I would just get an itch, and the nurses don't care about you in the ICU. They just feel like they got better shit to do. And I got some stories about that. I don't want to get too depressing because it's not really true that they feel like they got better shit to do. Like, it's just a feeling. It's not really true. There was some very simple tasks that I asked that they just didn't want to do just because they just didn't like me for some reason. It was very strange. But I'll get more depth into that when I do a story time one day. But I would have like an itch on my face that I couldn't scratch, and the nurses wouldn't care about me enough to scratch it, so I would just have an itch for like hours at a time and just deal with it. It was a terrible experience. But anyway, funny story about at least you're still here. So I had a lot of visitors while I was the most depressed I've ever been, right after losing my arm and being paralyzed. And people would come in, and everybody, person after person, I would just get visitors all day. Because I was in the military, so a lot of people in my unit would just come visit me because like they get the day off to come visit me.
Joining the fray.
So I would just get constant visitors, and everybody would regurgitate that same exact sentence. Look, I know this sucks, but at least you're still here. At least you didn't die. Everybody. And I gotta tell you, every single time somebody said that shit, I would get sick to my stomach because at the time I was so depressed that I would have rathered not still be here. So everybody saying at least you're still here just felt like they were rubbing that shit in. It was the most depressed I've ever been in my life, and I couldn't stand that damn statement. I absolutely couldn't stand it. But I've already said too much. I've been saving this for a story time whenever I hit 10K subscribers, so we're gonna move past that. Simple fact of the matter, I think that's a really terrible statement to tell people at specific times. I hate that statement. I hate it. I hate it with a passion. I don't think anyone should tell anybody, at least you're still here. I think I don't think it like ever helps anyone's mentality at all. I don't think that's ever good for someone's mentality, because if something so tragic that happened to somebody, leads to you saying, at least you're still here, that's probably not the thing they want to hear. I personally hate that statement, and I have a whole story time on why that maybe I'll tell you guys about one day. I mean, I gave y'all the gist of it. Y'all understand why. I can just go a lot more in depth. That I'm gonna do that eventually. We're gonna move past it though. We gotta keep the vibes good. We're killing the vibes. My bad, y'all. I apologize. Looks like we got the whole map cleared. All we gotta do is finish this stuff objective. We'll be good to go. There's no way to clear this heat from this objective, right? Not like UFOs around. I assume y'all would have blew up them UFOs.
Calling down a sentry! Requesting fortification!
By the way, going off on what I just said, because it's hard for me to let shit go. Going off on what I just said, if someone goes through a lot of trauma, and someone tells them, well, look at the bright side, at least you're still here, I feel like that's the same level. No offense, no offense. I know you only meant good. I'm just venting here because I heard that shit so much in my life. I just want to talk about it a little bit. So no offense to you, my friend. I'm not mad at you or anything. I just want to explain it. I feel like that's the same level as someone being angry and someone coming up to them and saying, just calm down. I literally feel like the same thing. I think a lot of you guys can understand how if you're mad and someone tells you to calm down, it's not a good thing to say. I feel like if someone's depressed and people are constantly telling them, well, at least you're still here, it's the same exact thing. That's just, I don't know. Maybe it's not the same for everybody, but that's how I feel about it. I could just be very biased because when people were saying it to me specifically, it was a really bad situation, and I actually didn't want to be here at that point. So that could be a me thing, but that's just my opinion on it. All right, boys, to the extract.
Affirmative.
Calm down. Why should I? It's just not helpful. It's not even about like the response of why should I. It's just telling someone to calm down when it's very hard to be calm because you're upset. It's just like a pointless thing to tell somebody. And I don't know, it's just kind of pointless. Unless you have authority over that person, which doesn't make it better, but you can still say it to somebody if you have authority over them, right? So like if you're someone's boss and they're working for you and they're overreacting, you can be like, calm down, bitch! Right? There's better ways to handle that situation. But if you have authority over somebody, at least telling them calm down makes a little bit of sense. It's still not the right thing to tell somebody. But like it kind of makes sense in that particular situation. I didn't use this Hellbomb backpack at all. Yeah, it had nothing to do with you, Devil. I'm not mad at you at all for saying it, Devil. You don't need to explain yourself or anything. It's just something I thought I'd bring up because I don't think people understand that that's not typically a good statement to tell people. I don't think there's anybody who ever want to hear that statement. I don't think that statement's ever a good thing. Now, I could be wrong. Maybe there are people out there who have gone through an extremely traumatic experience and they want to hear that shit. I just don't believe that to be true until I hear from somebody else who has also been through a lot of trauma saying, yeah, people telling me that motivated me. I'm just not going to believe that that's ever a good thing to tell somebody. But I don't mean like I'm mad at you or anything. I'm just trying to inform you on how people who've been through trauma probably feel about that statement is all. It's just trying to be a learning experience is all. It was. That actually describes it perfectly. It was the last thing I wanted to hear, and it was the only thing anybody ever knew what to tell me. Literally, everybody would just constantly show up and say that same thing over and over, and it was the last thing I wanted to hear. It was very annoying, and it made the situation worse. And it made me want to tell people to stop showing up. It made me go from a bunch of people wanting to support me to me not wanting to be supported. Is what that statement was doing. Somehow we're still on this shit though. Let's move past it. I'm depressing y'all. My bad. I didn't mean to depress y'all. Yo, level her out. Don't get blown up, boys. Level her out. Take cover, boys. Oh, that was massive.
T-minus 20 seconds.
Oh, I bet the Knight's gonna cook. Y'all back up. Back up. Solo silo out. Don't get blown up. Back up. Retreat, everybody.
Calling down a sentry.
Boo! Where'd it go? Where'd that shit go? That's not where I aimed it. What was that?
Last reload.
What the hell was that?
Pelican 1.
Bamboozled, y'all. I got bamboozled today. I tried to land in the Pelican. Tried to land in there. Oh no! It got revenge! The Pelican got revenge upon my soul.
Reloading!
Do. Are we all here? Load up, boys! We're out of here.
Down initiated. Stand by for takeoff.
Don't get in. Alright.
Extraction complete.
Three.
Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
Well, I was going to switch to the night and try that out versus the straight. But like all of a sudden I feel beat. And I'll probably have to try that tomorrow. What day is today? Tomorrow's Tuesday. So I do know, I'm gonna say it once again. I do know in about 3 hours, to be more specific, about 2 hours and 45 minutes. In 2 hours and 45 minutes, we're going to be getting a trailer on what the devs have been cooking up. It's a pretty good one. If you guys are really into Helldivers, I suggest you guys keep an eye out for that trailer. They're going to be releasing a trailer in about 2 hours and 45 minutes. Now, I don't know if the stuff that they're cooking up in that trailer is what's going to be released Tuesday. So we might be getting new shit, new something or another. I don't know if that's just being released Tuesday or it's just a trailer for what's to come. I don't know. But if the stuff in this trailer is being released, Tuesday night is going to be super fun, and I'm super excited. Either way, I'll be back. I'll be back tomorrow night to do a or tonight, depending on what your time zone is. Tuesday night, I'm going to be back to continue the shenanigans and probably try out the night. But I think I'm pretty cooked for tonight. I think I might call it today. You guys keep an eye out for that trailer. About 3 hours, there's going to be a trailer dropping, and you guys are probably going to want to see it. It's pretty cool shit. Don't get hyped up too much. It's not extremely cool. It's just pretty cool, but definitely probably worth looking out for. How do we do? We are at 18. Damn it, I was so close. 18 out of 24. We are lacking 6 levels. The higher you get, I feel like 6 levels is going to take me a whole damn 24 hours to get. Almost there, boys. We're almost there. I just want to check real quick before I head out. What is the Knight's damage compared? 90? So the Knight has the same damage, but a much higher fire rate. Oh, dude. With a bigger magazine, too. Yo, the Knight might actually be better than the Liberator. You didn't offend me. You didn't offend me, Devil. I'm just very honest. And I just figured, because you were throwing out phrases that you probably shouldn't be throwing out, that, you know, probably not to do that to other people in the future. I just letting you know, it didn't offend me at all, brother. Nothing but love. I like to inform people. I really like to try to build people to be better than, right? I like it when I'm messing up for people to inform me that I'm messing up. So whenever someone else does something that I'm like, you could have avoided that situation, I like to let them know too. No hard feelings at all. Nothing but love. I will see you guys in like 24 hours. Actually, less than that. I'll see you guys later tonight. Tuesday night. I'll be back. I'm out of here. Y'all have a good one.
But the Helldivers are undeterred, valiantly plunging into its depths to stop its spread and destroy it. A Ministry of Science panel has determined the top...